Hello, Mr. President. How are you? Starting this conversation, I would like to know what's your name.
My name is Mauricio Buenas.
Ah, thank you.
If you could go back to the beginning of your first year of high school, what would you do again and what would you do differently?
If I could go back to my first year as a high school student, I I would have studied more for philosophy because that was a very difficult subject when I was in the first year of high school. And probably just organized my time better because I learned that until 5th grade.
What advice would you give us who are starting high school to be students of excellence?
Organize your time. You in this school, you need to be very organized and know how to organize your time because if you don't organize it well, you're gonna run out of time. Yeah, that was a very difficult thing the first. Yeah, that is a very difficult thing the first year because, for example, in literatura, you have a lot of books to read.
Yes.
And they are very long, so you have to organize well your time so that you don't get.
And could you tell us a particular challenge that we'll face during this high school period?
During the first year,
No, during all the high school.
um, eh, the most difficult part of the high school is midterm exams. They are very stressing because you don't have time to study. Like they are regular class days, and you have to study each day, everything since August to December. So you have to prepare those exams 2 weeks before, because if not, you will not pass them.
What do you like most about this high school?
What I like most about it is that they care about the students. Students aren't just numbers; they are people, and they are treated as people. You have preceptorías. You have a person who goes and talks to you and sets goals so that you can get better, and that helps you a lot, or at least it helped me a lot.
Which do you consider to be the two most important learnings you have obtained in high school? One academic and one for life.
One academic, Dr. Rioja's class, I learned to organize the time and that you cannot leave things until the last minute. And what was the other one?
The for life.
For life,
That's for life.
the Sociedad de Alumnos.
Okay,
I have
and
learned lots of things from it.
I would like to add you an extra question, and this would be: do you like Prepa UP?
Yes, I do like.
Hello, Alejandro. How are you?
Fine, and you?
Fine too. At the beginning, I want to know what are you studying and where are you studying that?
I'm studying finance in ITAM
And why did you choose that?
because it's the best school in my career here in Mexico, and we have the best teachers in the system here in Mexico.
Ah, okay.
If you could go back to the beginning of your first year of high school, what would you do again and what would you do differently?
Differently, the way I treat the teachers, and to do again and better the relationship with my friends.
Has it been useful what you learned in high school for your college studies? How?
Yeah, mostly the final grade of high school in 6th grade, I learned a lot about economics and accountability, and that is very useful for me.
Okay.
And what do you say we need to do starting today so that we could obtain scholarships at the Mexican universities and foreign universities?
To focus in your grades and everything you do, put the most effort on it.
Ah, okay.
What advice would you give us who are starting high school to be students of excellence?
Well, you need to be very very kind with every teacher, with your friends, and mostly you need to study a lot for the final exams because I think that is like the most important thing.
Okay.
Thank you, Alejandro.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
You're
time.
welcome.
Hello, Mariano. How are you?
Fine, Santiago, and you?
Fine, thank you. Where do you work?
I'm working CSI leasing, and I have a direction in EPC Mexico.
Okay, thank you. And what do you like most about your job?
Okay, the most thing that I like in my job, it's different for another job. I'm in charge at the end of the contract to sell the equipment that we lease,
Okay.
and we have a lot of challenge because we lease every type of equipment, and I need to go to the secondary market to sell that equipment.
Okay, thank you. If you could back to the beginning of your life, of your first year of high school, what would you do again, and what would you do differently?
Okay, definitely, I do again have the same friends that I know that I have in the past, and the thing that I do different is put more attention in classes.
Thank you.
And what advice could you give us to students of the high school to being students of excellence?
Okay, first thing, you need to put a lot of attention. The high school is different than in secondary or elementary school.
Yeah, secondary.
Secondary, and you are gonna have a lot of new challenges in your life because now you have to, you are gonna start to see
Mhm.
what you are gonna want to do in the future.
Okay.
So I think that basically you need to know what do you want to do at finish high school.
Okay.
Can you tell us a particular challenge that we will face in high school for which we should be prepared?
I don't know, maybe the exams. Maybe there are your teachers are different like another teachers, and it's a challenge that you need to be studying each
Exam.
each exam or each maybe you have physical or a lot of another topics that you have in the past. So
Okay.
that is gonna be a new challenge for you.
And what do you consider two of the most important learnings you obtained in high school, and one should be academic and the other for life?
Okay. Can you repeat me the question?
What's the most important learnings you have in high school, one academic and one for life?
I think the most important challenge academic is, well, for me, was English first, and then the challenge that you are gonna have is maybe to obtain good grades in all the topics that you are gonna have. No?
Okay.
Can you tell me what you like most about Prepa UP and what did you like most about your life as high school student?
Well, I think that in Prepa UP, because I see your brothers in the past, one thing is that you have to put a lot of attention and you have to make all your works day by day, because if you try to don't do that works and try to do this work, skip it, and at the end of the month try to resolve it, maybe you are gonna have problems in the exam. And I think that the method that you have of studying in the Prepa UP is very different than in another high school.
Okay.
Which do you consider to be two of the most important learnings you obtain in high school? One academic and one for life.
That question I already answered, no?
Yes, I think so. So I think this is the end of the conversation, and thank you very much, Mariano, for your time.
You're welcome.